Hey cats, welcome to winter in Northeast Ohio. Yeah, we got a little bit of snow, not much, just maybe an inch or so. It's cold though, like 20 degrees. I wanted to talk today, and people have been asking me for a long time, about the garage, the man cave. How did you afford the man cave? How did you get the man cave? So I thought I would talk about that today. A nice home for our vehicles and my motorcycle, and a nice shop where I can work on a motorcycle. So, yeah, I think we got built this thing about 20 years ago, and thanks to my wife. Now, if you had asked me at that time, could I have afforded it, I would have said, no, we can't afford to build a garage. I mean, we always parked our cars in the driveway. And, if we wanted to go somewhere like today, we'd have to scrape the windshield and brush the snow off the car. In the summertime, you'd have to wipe the bird shit off of the car. In the fall, you'd have leaves all stuck on the windshield. It was always a pain in the neck. There was one winter where it drifted here so bad that it almost buried our cars and we had to dig them out. That was a story I'll never forget. And I don't want to repeat that again. But V says, hey, I want a garage, and I think it's time we get a garage because I'm tired of having our vehicles parked outside. And I said, well, yeah, but how are we going to afford that? She says, don't worry about it. And V and I both had come from a divorce situation, and we had just kind of were trying to recover from that. And she said, I have some money invested that I can use, so don't worry about it. We'll just do the best we can. But she says, I don't just want any kind of a garage. I just don't want a shed or a one-car garage. I want a garage that we can park both of our vehicles in, that you can have room for your bike, and a shop where you can work on stuff too. And so I said, boy, and I was a little skeptical about how that was going to happen. But at the time I was employed, and I was a project manager with the park system. So, I was used to getting quotes and drawing up plans and materials for things. And I had a connection of, some resources to get some decent quotes from contractors that, weren't going to really rip me off. People that I knew. So that's how we started. Just went about trying to get quotes for the best price. And there was a guy that I knew, and his brother was a contractor, and he agreed to build it for us. So with that being said, then we had to figure out where to put it. Now you'll see here's our driveway coming, and it's pretty long. It's probably about 600 feet up to the house. We'll walk up here and we'll look at, some of the ideas I had for where I was going to put the garage. Now, one thing we didn't want to do was to put the garage right here alongside the house, because we didn't want to come up the driveway and look at the front of a garage. We wanted to be able to come up here and see the pond back there, to see the pines, and just, our herb garden there with our flowers in the summertime. And just the nice landscape of the yard. In the meantime, the bikes were parked out there in the shed, and like I said, the cars sat out here. So I thought, okay, well, I can turn the driveway around in front of the house and put the garage way over there along the woods. But then when I talked to the zoning, they said no, it has to be at least 25 feet away from a property line. So you can't put it there. And then that would put it, like out here in front of the house. We thought about maybe how can we attach it to the house somehow, and that wasn't going to work, not with a log house. So what are we going to do? Well, this was all woods here. The trees came all the way up to about where this tree is, and I got to thinking. So I thought, okay, as you come up the driveway here, I can tuck the garage over here into those woods. And you come up and you turn, you go in the garage. And in the summertime now, I think you could kind of see the garage through the trees here. but in the summertime that's all green, so it completely blocks the garage. You don't even see the garage in the summertime at all. And you come up the driveway and the garage just kind of appears from around the trees, and it's almost a perfect location. But again, the zoning guy says, no, you can't build your garage in front of the house. It has to be behind the house. And I said, what? I said, oh, come on. You know, we got a pond behind the house. There's nowhere to put a garage behind our house. And he said, well, there's still a way, because you can file for a variance. And as long as your house is more than like 250 feet off the road, then if you file for this variance, you can put a garage in front of the house. Hey, I said, no problem, because our house sits about 650 feet back from the road, so we can surely get that approved, and we did. So my first job was clearing all these trees out, grinding all the stumps out, getting it prepared for a garage. Had to get some gravel in here for a base, and then I got the contractor that gave us the best quote. Let's get out of the wind, go inside here where it's a little warmer. Get some lights on in here where we can see. You know, and I get the comment too, is why is your man cave always so neat and clean? Mine's cluttered with junk. There's plenty of junk in here, it's just organized. And my wife wouldn't have it any other way. Now, none of this would be possible without her and her savviness with finances. You know, I've said before, she's really good with money. She's great at saving money and knowing how to invest it to where it's in the best place. And because of one of her nest eggs, she was able to afford this for us. I couldn't have afforded it on my own, but I am so thankful for this place. It's a fabulous place to be able to keep our vehicles, to be able to keep my Harley in here, to be able to work on my Harley in here. I've got all the tools I need to work on the Harley. I've got all the tools I need to do woodworking for projects that I have going on around here. You know, when you own a place like this, the projects are endless. They just keep coming. They just keep coming. So it's nice to have those tools that you need. I don't have any insulation in here. We do have some forms of heating. You know, I have a torpedo heater, and then we have some radiant heat. So it's comfortable enough in here. If the sun would come out, I've told you before, these doors heat up from the sun hitting them on the outside where it's this darker brown color. And it warms it up in here pretty comfortably. Today it's only like 30, maybe 31 degrees in here. I could work out here with a jacket on, 31 degrees, and do just about whatever I need to do. But it's a cool place. Put all my Harley paraphernalia up on the walls there. I have my, of course, it's a little small for me now, but my old vest that I used to wear, my helmets are there that we still use. Anything else, I got posters and stuff I've collected over the years, so it just gives it a nice atmosphere to be in here. And I like to bring you guys in here to do my videos too. So yeah, this has not been insulated. You know, I've been told before, well gee, if you sheeted the ceiling here, you could hold some of the heat in here. And that's very true, because I don't know, you can almost see the daylight up here from the vents. So it's actually, you know, vented outside. So yeah, there is some kind of a draft that can come through here. So that would have to be completely sheeted up to hold some of the heat in here. But I've never even considered insulating the walls or anything like that. Well, it wouldn't be too hard to do, but it would be another cost and some work involved. So there you go. There's our man cave. Thanks for joining me in here. Appreciate you guys giving me all the support. Love to see your comments. Love to hear from you wherever you are. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention, I do have 30 amps electric service in here, so it could support a welder. And I wanted to ask, some of you may be welders or be experienced with welders or maybe even have one at home, if you could recommend a good homeowner's welder for me. Not a stick welder either, just, a nice MIG welder or something like that I could use to weld up, say, like the riding lawnmower, which sits out in the shed, because that's the most thing, that's going to be prone to break more than anything else. I don't ever think I'll have to weld anything on the Harley, but who knows, maybe I'll fabricate one of those iron cross sissy bars on the back, that sticks up about that high, that has the Maltese cross on. Well, what do you think about that? That'd be pretty unique, wouldn't it? Nah. Well, that's all I got for today, so like I said, thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up, like the video. If you haven't yet, go ahead and subscribe. It doesn't cost a nickel, and we'll continue to entertain you guys. We like to talk about motorcycles, but we cover almost anything that V and I do, from camping to cooking to whatever, hiking. We'll throw it all up here for you. Till next time, cats. We'll catch you later.